Lloyd Helferty, can you unmute yourself?
And show us yourself.
Yes.
Reveal yourself, Lloyd.
The real you.
If that is you.
Well, in the meantime, Angela, I'll share my screen briefly. You've touched on a topic that actually focused on sustainability. I'm the president of 5 Points Youth Foundation here in Los Angeles, but we're focused on regenerative solutions. The idea is that in 2012, there was a Mayan belief that the world would end.
Yeah, I thought the world was gonna end.
There was a Mayan belief that the world.
Sorry.
But even though the world didn't end, we actually did enter into an extinct level event horizon, which means there was a major shift in our world's dynamic and, of course, our environment and everything else. So our commitment is working for the Sustainable Development Goals. We do what we call localizing it, right? Making it local, and then taking these local solutions global. But the idea of the food is so important because it addresses number two, ending hunger, but that has impacts on both poverty and good health. So you're right in the right place. So thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, I love it. I love the alignment.
Well, unless Lloyd can unmute himself, Angela, then why don't you introduce yourself and let us know how to reach you, if there's a website or handle, or let us know. But the floor is yours. I'm going to turn it back over to you.
To me or to Lloyd?
Go right ahead. Lloyd's not here, so first come, first serve.
Lloyd, you lost your chance. Sorry, I'm just boiling. This calls for preparation. Okay, so hello everybody. Ed, Andre, Andrew, my name is Angela, and I'm the founder of Kindred Kitchens. Is anybody else in here? Hey, Lloyd, who's not actually there. So I'm really happy to be here because I'm launching my project. I've been really, really passionate and just trying to do a lot of stuff in the community. But, now that we're going into phase 2 of lockdowns and independent businesses just in general, we've already lost 50% of them. And now they're expecting with this next lockdown, we're going to lose another 50% of restaurants, and they're getting hard hit just because they're trying to adapt and with Ubers and stuff ripping off their stuff. And then, there's not enough stuff. We're actually facing a food scarcity problem that people have no idea about. But anyways, I'm focusing on creating the restaurant evolution, and I'm talking to people right now and creating strategic partnerships. But my goal is taking what I do, my background with integrative nutrition and consulting and vegan and just optimizing stuff. I want to go to restaurants and do this kind of locally first. And I see this needs to happen globally just for everybody. But taking their best selling items, but making a mini.
Angela.
Yes.
Even though we like to include closed captioning, so it's important if you speak clearly.
Okay.
If the transcriptions can be better understood. Thank you so much.
Okay, I'll slow it down a little bit. I think Lloyd came on now. Anyways.
There's no rush.
Okay.
Take your time.
Okay. I will talk very slowly for the transcriptions. So Kindred Kitchens launching the restaurant evolution, which the goal is what it is. It's to evolutionize how we service and deliver food in the food industry. And the benefits are it's going to increase sales, increase market share for these independent restaurants, boost immunity through using plant-based foods. So everything is going to be made plant-based on a mini menu. So it's not taking away from their other menu. But aside from being optimized to be more plant-based, it also caters to the diverse food population, because these are two really growing industries, drastically growing, especially now that people are even more concerned about immune boosting. So all of this stuff is made to cater to allergies, sensitivities, food preferences, but it's all guaranteed to be healthy. It's guaranteed to be vegan, and it's not going to disrupt any of what they're already offering. It's just going to improve upon that, but also through strategic partnerships, connect them to different services that can help them offer these things without ripping them off. So there's a local thing here that also is going to be in California. It's called Local Bee Food Delivery. They only work with vegans. This is kind of how vegans work. They're like a network. But this is why it's good to get these people connected to them and in a trusted way so that they can benefit from this. So it's a food delivery service like Uber, but it does a carpooling thing where they share that. Sometimes they don't actually have to even pay for the delivery. Sometimes they pay a little, sometimes they might make tips. So there's little people working on independent projects. And last night I just randomly met this other girl. Actually, I met her years ago and now we realigned, but her business is also working to help restaurants doing like scheduling and stuff. So they have software that they're actually willing to give free. So I'm creating this package right now and talking to people and getting people involved. And then I'm going to go out and just save the world with food. So it makes everything healthier, immune boosting, plant-based, and it caters to these diverse food populations. So it increases their sales and their visibility through like promotions and just getting people out there sharing every time they do it. So it incentivizes them because they might get kickbacks. So that's on the consumer and promotion end. And then it's also just doing something good for the planet. So I also, I'm a consultant on behalf of this company organization called Oceanic Global. And their prime goal is to work and help restaurants and food businesses transition through COVID, because everything just went back to disposable plastic and we need to get away from that. So it's like we went forward like for like 2 weeks when the environment just started healing, and now we're like destroying it again with masks and plastic, and it doesn't have to be like that. So that's kind of where, I mean, that's going to be like an extra thing, but ultimately I want to make this healthy for like food, but also for the planet. So that's kind of in there, but it's not like a big part of it, but it's a goal because it's all aligned. So that's it in a very not long or not too short nutshell.
And
Well,
actually,
before you start, Lloyd, Angela, do you have a website for either of those? And could you type it into the chat?
Yes, I do. It's Kindred Kitchens. And as of next week, I'm actually I'm working on it today, but I'm taking this call, but I'm doing the presentation package to show all the different things that I can't touch on because it's going to sound like it's like a gazillion tangents. But there's more to it, and I'll show you next week.
But can you tell us now what the website is, please?
Yeah, it's Kindred Kitchens. I'm just trying to find the chat here. I'll type it in so you guys can go visit me yourself. Kindred Kitchens, plural, because there's more than one of us. I mean, more than one kitchen, and we're all working together. So Kindred Spirits, just so you guys know, are people who share a similar vision and share a mission and goal. And so we're all essentially Kindred Spirits, trying to save health, trying to save the planet, and trying to, save restaurants and the economy. So it's those three things. And we're all just Kindred Spirits, using food as a catalyst for social change.
Could you, for those people that listen to this later or see it later, could you spell out the name of the website? And if you choose, include your email or contact information? Sure.
So it is Kindred, Kindred, so like kind red, kitchens, kitchens.ca. And my email for that is info, info, at kindredkitchens.ca. And I'm Angela.
Wonderful. Thank you. All right, Lord Helford, I'll turn this over to you now for the official start.
So just to make it clear, Andrew, this is only a trial run. Our real webinar is tomorrow at 1. I just wanted to test the platform.
But even the test of the platform.
I won't be here tomorrow, so I'm important too.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's fantastic. But I was just going to say, I'm bringing on Angela right now. I wanted to introduce you to Angela because Angela's been a real great inspiration to me, even though I've never met her in person. And then she's been doing all these fantastic things with food and in the city of Toronto and beyond in the Greater Toronto area. She had originally, actually, I met her through our Tree of Peace and Reconciliation tree planting way back last September, where she joined our group and joined our ceremony virtually, I guess. And so we connected at that point, and we've been having ongoing conversations. And I thought, oh, it's great. I should invite her as well to see if she can participate in the same webinar that we're going to have tomorrow. I'm glad that she came on today, though, because I think she won't be able to make it on tomorrow. But at least we have this introduction. We'll have this video. Hopefully, I guess, Andrew, you'll be recording this. And we will have made that connection, because I think it's really important that we have very strong local teams wherever we are. And I believe that Angela can be a very strong team member in moving us forward, especially as we had talked earlier, in helping to achieve Mufadal's vision of and this is I'm looking at this now to see what Mufadal is doing, and I'm saying, look, this is actually global cooperation and global cooperation among businesses now, saying, can we now work together as businesses in each community and around the world as a network of businesses that have different strengths, different solutions, and different synergies that can come together now, work together instead of in competition only, in what we call co-opetition, where we're still competing, but we're also cooperating across different realms as well. So we're not just competing against each other only. We're now saying, look, you have a solution that can work with my solution. We can now work together and create something much better together, much bigger, much better for people.
The friendly competition thing, when we are like cooperation or whatever you said, is that it kind of helps people level up. You know, like these people are they're like, we can have almost like a standard measurements, like these people are excelling in this. And so it kind of creates that differentiation of like who you're looking for, but it also kind of helps raise the bar and set new standards because you actually know what the consumers are looking for. And we're not just dictating to them, you know? And I feel it's important. Like, it's just always like a one-way conversation, me being in advertising, like, this is what you need, you know? And getting them to give the incentive, giving them to give the feedback and kind of almost take the vote and like, be like, you know, we like these people because of that. And actually giving the consumers the voice to set the change and to set the direction as well. So it's not just always people selling stuff.
Actually, in a way, this ties into the whole smart communities theme, and we have been talking actually recently on WhatsApp in our C4 group, which I may want to invite you as well to join. So the C4 is the Climate Smart Community Construction Collaborative. So we want to actually build these communities, just as we want to create these pilot projects, these proof of concept projects, where we actually go to a farm, identify a farm, and actually build this out in real. And like build this infrastructure, build these farms, build the digital infrastructure as well behind it. So AI systems, smart supply chains, smart digital platforms that can gauge what are the requirements of the population now, like what can be grown, what needs to be grown, what do we need to put into the pipeline now so that we have that output forever, how long it takes to grow this plant. We need to predict ahead of time what we should be growing now because, well, I mean, there's some certain events coming up, so we need to know.
You've got a question.
Yeah.
Since this is a test, I recommend a test, plan out what your introduction is, and then introduce your guest. But Angela, I'd like to ask if you could put together a 10 to 15 minute presentation that, since you won't be here tomorrow, perhaps we could replay it then. And on Sunday, we're actually having another group, including Mafalo. And if you have the video, we can replay it then if you can't join us. So we can accommodate that, but we need to plan it. So Lori, let me perhaps help you out a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. So Lori, so do you have like a written agenda for tomorrow that you're going to work with?
We had an original agenda because this is actually part 2. We did this live in Princess. We tried to get it recorded and there was no sound for that event. So we tried to do this way back weeks ago. So this is now the second trial of this event. I have a recorded video that I wanted to do for my introduction. I can read the introduction I had read before. During that other event we did in Prince Edward County. What I had just tried earlier was to play this video and it didn't work. Nobody heard the sound on that previous platform. I'm not sure if it can play this platform, this WebEx. But I have a 6-minute intro that I could play. It's also a recorded video. depending on who hosts this. I don't know if you'll be able to host this tomorrow or not.
What time is it scheduled for tomorrow?
It's scheduled now for 1 p.m. Eastern time, so that would be 10 a.m.
Yeah, I can moderate it for you tomorrow, but I would for me, I would like to get off the place today so I can better handle it tomorrow. Also, we have
Yeah, of course.
other people. But let me do housekeeping first, if I may. And also, I'd recommend that if we're testing this out, let's see how we can make this better for tomorrow. For example, Lloyd, I can see and hear you clearly. Maybe we could just have a test of each person here. Could first mute yourself, unmute yourself as you speak. And Angela, you've already gone. So let's try with Ed. You're the next person up. Ed, could you unmute yourself and introduce yourself, please? Well, we got part one. We have the video almost, but then we also need you to unmute yourself. Okay, Ed, if you can't unmute yourself, then let's. Andre?
Can you hear me?
Now I can. Can we see you?
I didn't turn on my video.
Well, if this is for tomorrow, maybe we could test the video.
I will have to go change my settings.
Okay, well, at least we know we can hear you. Oh, well, since we can hear you, perhaps you can briefly introduce yourself, Andre. Ball's in your court. Okay, so you muted yourself again. So I'm going back to Ed. Can you unmute yourself? Okay, Andre, let's try it, Andre.
I think it's the video.
All righty now. We're getting close.
Can you see me on the video?
No.
We saw you briefly, but now we don't see you at all.
Sorry, hello.
Peekaboo, now you're back.
I am up and I'm part of Drawdown, and I'm kind of working with Lloyd, so I'm just helping him out for this webinar. I'm a participant. I've not really worked, but I followed along with the Toronto Online. Followed along with it, and I'm very hopeful in their method. So I'd like to find a new way to do it.
Okay, thank you so much. That worked well. I did mute everyone. There was a little background noise. That might have been you, Angela. I'm not sure. But Mafadal, are you there? Can you unmute yourself and introduce yourself, please? Well, great, Mafadal. You've unmuted yourself, but we don't see you. And we don't hear you. And Ed? Oh, Ed, you're back. We saw your face just a moment. So it looks like we're probably going to need about 10 minutes to come in 10 minutes early tomorrow to make sure the housekeeping works okay. So what I'll do, Lloyd, I'll set the link up for tomorrow at 1 p.m. your time and send you the link, and then you can share it with everyone else. Mufadal, assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, if we can get that link out. I was actually already planning to do another whole round of promotions for the event as soon as I get the link, and I've been trying to get that from, like I said, Coach Akinola, but last couple of days I haven't heard from him. So if we can do it this way, that would be great. I just need a link so I can share it with the world and do more promotions.
As soon as we get through the matter of fact, I may be able to do it while we're talking. Mufadal, can you unmute yourself, please? I saw you briefly. And Lloyd, this is just a test, so we can wrap this up when you get ready. I just want to make sure we go through the basics.
say that's why I wanted this. It was nervous for me not to at least run it once.
So Andre, just to let you know, tomorrow we'll only see your nose. So if you could kind of tilt your video down a bit, that would be helpful. Hi there.
Is that better?
Hello, guys. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, thank you. We certainly can. Thanks for joining
Sorry
us.
about that. I'm struggling with my Android phone. I'm just using an Android phone. Hello, everybody. Hello. Is it my turn?
You're speaking, so yes, please introduce yourself. If you have a website or contact information you want to share in the chat, that will be good. Also, there's a note section. If you want me to have information for tomorrow, now's a good time to get me information, or get it to Lloyd and he'll make sure I get it. I'd like to be better organized than this, but I can go on the fly. So Ed, I'll turn it over to you. Let's take 2 minutes and hear who you are and why you're here and what we're doing. Thank you.
Okay, I'm from Manila, Philippines, and I'm here to learn, to listen to all your ideas. I'm just starting to work with the homeless, and okay, I don't have any kitchen or restaurant. What I normally do right now is I distribute rice and whatever is donated to the homeless around the area, the ones living on the streets, on the sidewalks. So I want to learn more on how we can help these homeless people more. Okay, I'm still familiarizing myself with this system, so I don't even know how to access the chat screen or something.
Are you on a phone?
So,
you're on your phone?
Yeah, so
yeah, at the bottom right hand side, you should see some controls, maybe even 3 dots or something that will allow you to see more of the menu. But as I was explaining to Angela earlier, Los Angeles is a big place. The Philippines is a big place. What province are you in? What island are you in? What's your zip code? How can we identify where you are on the map?
Okay, I'm in Metro Manila, so that is in the Luzon Island in the north.
Oh yes, good.
Yeah,
okay.
Specifically, I'm in Quezon City.
I know where that is.
Yeah. So Quezon City is one of the largest cities in Metro Manila, and it has also one of the having the highest population of homeless people. And right now we are going through this hunger situation because of the pandemic. Sorry, I don't have a website. All I have right now is a Facebook page, which I call Journey with the Homeless. Hello.
Could you share that with us on in the chat, the Facebook page, so we can see that?
Okay. I don't know how right now, but okay. I think I can put it on WhatsApp later.
Yeah, put it in WhatsApp.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Perfect.
Yeah, the WhatsApp group is fine. Yes.
Yes. So yeah, thank you for inviting me to join. I look forward to learning a lot more on what I can do, what we all can do together to fight hunger and help the homeless people.
Well, the great news is that part of what we're doing is we're expressing and describing the situations where we are around the world, and then we're sharing that with the rest of the world to let them know. The platform that we're using now, it's through my auspices as International Media Director for TRN.TV International News. We have 400,000 passive subscribers on the internet we've built up over the last few years, but we're now transitioning to be able to go through terrestrial and satellite through Amazon Fire and also Roku in the next 30 days or so. But this is a continuing collaboration, Ed, between like-minded people, and the idea is for us to what we call localize the Sustainable Development Goals. And you're dealing with hunger, that's Sustainable Development Goal number 2. we have a lot of people that are actually dealing with these goals, but they haven't articulated or aren't aware of how they connect together. So what we hope to do is find those people that are focused on special interests that can be easily defined, and then let us all kind of group together to work on our common problems and solutions. So thank you so very much for joining us. I really do appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Lloyd, it looks as though Mufadal has dropped, so there's just the four of us. How long did you want this test session to run?
Looks like Mufadal is actually still here. I see him there. I just don't see his face.
Oh, I see. Okay. I have to stop my screen share so I can see better too. Well, being there without being able to say anything or hear him doesn't count.
Mufadal,
So-
can you still hear us?
Yes, I think he's typing in messages.
Well, again, there's 11 p.m. in Pakistan, so perhaps it's kind of late. But at any rate, Lloyd, does this system seem enough for you to work with tomorrow? If so, as I said, when we end the conversation, I'll just set up an invitation link for tomorrow.
Well, the other thing is that we did want to have it live streamed on YouTube, and that's what I was actually working with our new associate in Vancouver to get that running, and I actually had it running through that other platform. Cross my fingers, I never actually got to try it.
Well,
Audrey did help me to set that up.
On this particular platform, the format is for us to record it, edit it, and then upload it to Zoom, upload it to YouTube. So streaming that's not an option for this platform. I'm not offering that option.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
and the other thing too is that even though right now everyone is kind of scrambling, the idea is for us to produce broadcast quality content so that whatever we do can be picked up by major networks. So that means we have to be as professional as we can. Also, Angela, we can take this opportunity to create our public service announcements. We can take this opportunity to create our commercials, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute, as fillers. Because the idea is to have, let's say, 10 to 12-minute presentations each, and then have a commercial, and then have a public service announcement, just like CNN does, just like NBC does. So the idea is for us to be at least as professional as the audience that we want to reach. I can read your lips, Angela. They look lovely. However, I can't hear you.
I said, that's my specialty. So we're good. As long as you guys give me some content to work with, it doesn't have to be like, super edited or anything, but just give me something. And I can add in little visuals and transitions, make it look all sexy and sell it.
Excellent. Now for that, you need to make sure you include your credits at the end of everything you do, so it can backlink to you, so we can have a reciprocity, right?
Yes.
All right. So Mufadal, are you there? Yes, you are. So Mufadal, if you're there, can we hear you? Otherwise, Lloyd, I'm going to end this conversation and send you the link, and we can get ready for tomorrow.
Lloyd, are you able to share your screen with this platform?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I can share my screen. I believe I've empowered you to. Why don't you test it? Can you test to see if you can share content?
Actually, this is what I wanted to do. Was actually part of the reason was to see if I could run my video, the introduction video, which didn't work on the other platform.
Let's try it now. Well,
I'm not sure how to share. I guess just press the share content button and something should come up.
Try it.
Let me see. Just loading now. Move. Let's see if I can do this. I haven't done this before, so I'm trying.
Okay.
Can you see me again?
Yeah, you're identified as the presenter, but I do not your screen.
You're sharing the whiteboard. Let's see. Okay. It's just coming up.
Oh, yeah, now I
Yes.
see you.
Mhm.
So
I see
this,
two of you.
But we can't hear you. So I'm not sure if you're muted on your device.
no, it's not.
Then when you share the content, you may have to select the option to optimize your videos. Let's see if I can make some changes over here.
And the video's running really slowly.
Yeah, boy, that might be your bandwidth. But if you can share that link, in, like, say, the C4 chat, maybe everyone could get the link, and whoever has the strongest connection can share it on your behalf.
Well, I didn't upload it to the YouTube. It's actually a recorded video on my own laptop on my hard drive.
So I'm just saying,
So
since you went to YouTube, share the YouTube link, and then anyone that, or put it in here. Let me try to run it now. If you put it in the chat link, anyone here can try to load it to share it. Doesn't matter who does it.
Just stop. I'm going to stop sharing here for a second.
All right. Okay.
I can't see you guys.
Well, it minimizes.
So
do you have one screen or two?
Probably have to change your view to like everyone.
No, I stopped the sharing of the other one. And it came
Too
bad,
bad we're
but
testing this out.
I need to. Yeah, well, I don't
Like
know.
Dumb and Dumber trying to work math. Jeez. Where's the chat? Jeez.
How this works. Like, I don't know why you guys can't hear the audio.
That's funny.
So how can you guys can hear the audio from this? And I don't know.
When you go to the three little dots, you know how there's a mic and then there's a video camera and then there's three little dots. If you open that up, it has like options in there, so you can change audio connection. There's audio devices, there's settings, there's audio only mode. So I don't know, maybe look in that and you can do that. Or maybe whatever device you're using has the sound turned off in that. Or maybe because there's two things and
myself on this side.
But maybe it's because it's sharing the same microphone. I know that like if I'm doing a video, I can't play music because the phone won't like bypass one. Like it yeah, I don't know. Anyways,
I don't know what it is.
All going into your headphones where you need to have it heard through your microphone.
I see switch audio. Oh, this is for my own audio.
Is your audio going into your headphones?
It's into my headphones. That's from what I hear. So it's.
I can't hear it if it's. You have to unplug your headphones.
I don't see any options here. I don't know if that'll be a good idea, but I can try it, maybe, but a little hollow.
Well, you can't break it, Lloyd, so let's see what happens.
Okay, let's see. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's using my regular audio. So I'm going to try this share again. Share with movies and TV. Share. Takes a little time. Here it goes. Hello, this is being recorded for the LA Global Foundation International Day of Peace virtual Zoom. It takes place on Monday, September 21st, 2020 at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, supported by the AHIABGA International Advisory Board of Goodwill Ambassadors, localizing the Sustainable Development Goals. I am Lloyd Helfrey, Goodwill Ambassador for Canada, la Francophonie, and the Commonwealth of Nations. We find ourselves at a crossroads in history where we must begin the process of rapidly transitioning our global food system, one farm at a time, every day at a time. Of localization, or globalizing the Sustainable Development Goals, where we must begin in earnest to address how local issues relate to food security if we are ever to achieve peace for all. But we must do it in a way that is holistic and take into consideration all of the other things that help to make our communities so dynamic, such as the local geography, sunlight, energy, and heat flows, water flows. So were you able to hear that?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It's still a little.
So it worked out. Okay. So I guess that's the way I can do it.
But stop, wait. We didn't. It was only showing in part of the screen. Can you try it again and try to make it a full screen?
Full screen. Okay. So we'll try it one more time. It's because I had it only as a window.
Okay.
Health. The existing infrastructure and business ecosystems already in place, or those that are being nurtured by people in the local community. The many cultural, institutional, and governance considerations of the local communities. The status of
Now I
relationships.
hear it, but I don't see it. Oh, there it comes.
Wait, there. Yeah, it's been now.
So there's a bit of a delay.
The level of existing skills, the capacity to do further education and skills training for local people, especially young people, as well as money flows and allocations exist within any given community. We need to take into consideration these many factors as we move our food systems toward one that is more sustainable, more earth-friendly, more human-friendly, and more equitable for all people in every community, every country, and on every continent of this beautiful planet that we call Earth, leaving no one behind. As the worldwide ad hoc International Advisory Board of Goodwill Ambassadors localizing the SDGs campaigns moves into high gear over the next few months and years. Okay, so that's just the introduction I wanted to be playing. So it's a pre-recorded 6 minutes. So that's actually what I wanted to be testing here, was that intro. Like I said, I could read it too, because I have it. I already did it once, actually twice already. Once during a real event. This was actually a recording for another event a month ago. So.
Well, you have a couple of options. You have a couple of options because you did mention September 21st in that video. You may want to think about doing it without having a date, so you can use it at any time. But let me see if I can share my screen and see if you can hear my video. Hold on just a minute here.
Okay.
Let's see here.
To 0.025 gram gold.
This is just from Mofado.
Which is equivalent to Canadian dollars. So
I was involved with the Canadian Biochar Initiative initially as a startup. We were trying to figure out what can be done to create markets for this stuff. Well, I'm in Canada. We have fairly good soils, pretty full of carbon. We're not a tropical country. Biochar can be produced here.
Dominating nature, dominating people. So, we're at a disadvantage in importance of where we're at right now.
Surviving, pass through the winter, right?
Right.
To be able to grow food in the winter time. See, that's
Right.
my point.
Yeah.
I want to grow food all day, all even
Okay, I can hear it pretty well on my side. Was it choppy on your side? Were you able to hear it?
A little bit choppy in some cases, but not too bad. Not too bad.
Okay, well, tomorrow I'll make sure I have a better internet connection. So we put in about an hour on this so far. Are there any more tests? Mufadal, are you able to speak? Otherwise, I'll just end this up and I'll put the meeting link in the C4 group, Lloyd.
Okay.
That's great.
Can I have a question?
All right. Of course.
Can we just do like a little? Maybe Lloyd could do this because he seems to be like the one that organizes everything. Not to project this onto you, Lloyd, but can we just do like a follow up so that we all know what we're supposed to do by tomorrow? Since
I like that.
I think it'd be good. And then we all like, okay, we know we need to have this. I'll get my little presentation together, and then that way we all do what we're supposed to do.
Yeah. So I maybe what I'll do is I'll invite Andrew, I'll invite you and Angela as well as you to our hunger and homelessness WhatsApp group, and then I'll share everything through there, and that way we're all clustered because I didn't invite everybody yet into that group. That was mostly my conversation with Janice De Silva and Joseph Akinola and myself and a couple of other speakers from different places. So we were just trying to organize our organizing. So I will repost. I'll invite you both, and then we'll repost that as well.
Beautiful.
So thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
You're all awesome. Have a beautiful Friday. Bye.
Yep.
Bye.